Hello and welcome to another stream with me on this beautiful Tuesday. Sorry for being a couple seconds late. I was busy on Discord on my phone. Oh, here's the camera, yeah. So yeah, that's why today's live stream is about, what are we talking about? StormGain. Yeah, I totally forgot. So you can see a little bit confused today. So in today's we talk about StormGain, which is gonna be a little bit of an awkward stream since my StormGain account is partially banned at the time, but still it actually provides us with a lot of opportunity. Now, first let's cover the basic. What exactly is StormGain? StormGain is a trading platform where you can trade with leverage with crypto. So it's kind of like quite unregulated because it's crypto only, and it's high risk because it's with leverage, which means if you were to, let's say, use a 5 times leverage and you deposit, let's say, $100, and then you make a trade with a 5 times leverage, you're actually not trading with $100, but you're trading with $500, which means if the price moves up a little bit in your favor, you make more profit, but it also means if the price moves down, your losses can be bigger and you can wipe out your entire account. So that's why trading with leverage or margin is always risky, no matter if it's with crypto or on the stock market or in other assets as well. Now, besides that, StormGain also has partially ridiculous fees. So StormGain charges you, I think it's 10% fee on your profitable trades. They have withdrawal fees and whatnot and so on. So kind of like makes one wonder why we're even covering StormGain. And the reason why we're covering StormGain in general is because they also have a very nice feature, and that's their free Bitcoin mining. So basically, in their interface, no matter if you're on the website or if you have their mobile app, that looks, yeah, I mean, it's hard to see probably since it's so far away, but no matter if you have that or the mobile app, so actually if we go there to the miner, it might even be, gonna get closer so you guys can see it. So that's the mobile app with a big button then in the middle for the free Bitcoin mining. And I'm actually gonna switch to the screen sharing. Where is it? Screen sharing here. So that's how it looks on the website. So you can use StormGain either by downloading the app. A link to that is, by the way, in the pinned message in the chat as usual, or you can use it on the website, and which is kind of nice. And what you can do there, as mentioned, is you can mine free Bitcoin. Now that sounds too good to be true. There's obviously a catch to it, because as you can see here, well, it says here I have 0.001777675 BTC with a value of 34.16 USDT. Now, the catch here is, or there are multiple catches, but they're really not that big in my opinion, is first of all, you have to reach at least 10 USDT worth of Bitcoin before you can withdraw. And withdrawing does not mean that you can withdraw it to your wallet, but it then moves from here to your, where do we have wallets here, to your USDT balance, and there it will then be bonus balance. So there is somewhere active bonus would be here, where it currently says I have less than a cent in active bonus left. Yeah. And basically means you have the free miner at StormGain, and you can every 4 hours press the mining button there. So depending on how long your days are, you can press it 3 to 4 times per day. And for that, you basically slowly accumulate stuff here, or not stuff, but Bitcoin. And once the equivalent, so the USDT value of those Bitcoin is at least 10 USDT, you can withdraw them to your bonus balance and then use them for trading, and whatever profits you make trading, you can then withdraw. Hi, Akashi, great to have you here. So there are a few steps to jump through. So what could happen is you could press that button for a while. It will take, I don't know, 2 weeks, 4 weeks until you have the first $10 in Bitcoin equivalent, especially when the Bitcoin value is crashing. So because right now it says $34.16 USDT, but obviously if Bitcoin falls in value, then that value also gets lower. So right now, it could take longer to reach the $10 minimum amount to actually be able to withdraw it. And once you can withdraw it, you still have to trade with it and make a profit trading, and which is especially challenging when we're not in the bull market where the markets are going up, but we are more or less in the bear market where the markets are going down. And yeah, so far about that in advance. So basically, The worst thing that can happen when you use StormGain is that every couple of hours you set yourself a reminder on the phone that every couple of hours you quickly open the app, you press the button, and eventually reach the 10 USDT. You withdraw them to your bonus balance, and then you make a trade and you actually lose the bonus USDT, in which case you basically lost a little bit of your time for opening the app and pressing the button and didn't get anything in return. Or it goes the other way, you actually make a profitable trade or two and you basically are then able to withdraw your trading profits, which is kind of nice. And it can go either way. Now, if we look in wallets, for example, and you look at USDT in my wallet here, you can see if I scroll down here and let's show more entries. Up. Yeah, it's hard here with the scroll bar. Sorry for that. So if we say 50 entries, you can see, do we see that here? Minus, where is it? I have so many pages here. It's just, I mean, you can see that I opened a lot of trades and some profitable, some not so profitable. But basically my biggest loss is, where was it? Credit bonus. Yeah, not sure if we'll find it here. But basically my biggest loss is more than 100 bonus USDT, my biggest profit more than 200 bonus USDT, and so on. And I think if we look at XLM and XRP, you can also see that I withdrew stuff in the past. So you can see that we have here payment operation withdrawing 289, is that? Yeah, can I click on that? No. 289 XLM, and then we have another one here in July this year for 431, and I think I also withdrew XRP, or I didn't. No, I didn't. I collected them and then converted them to XLM. Yeah. So, oh no, we have there. The first withdrawal from last year in July was 396 XRP. So overall, I was able to withdraw a couple $100 worth of crypto from StormGain without depositing a single penny. And basically, depending on how the markets go, how lucky you get with trading and so on, everyone can do the same. It just takes patience to first reach the bonus USDT amount, and then luck or skill or a mix of both to basically make profitable trades. Now, as I pointed out, my account is right now partially banned for whatever reason, probably because I withdrew a couple hundred overall and never deposited anything, which some people might scream scam or unfair. I personally just consider that smart business. If you have a user that signs up and just in quotes abuses your free offer, eventually you want to kick him out. So if I now try, for example, to withdraw those, I get the message that my account is banned. Although it's only banned from the mining, I could still do other things. Yeah. So, which brings us to an important point. Yeah, StormGain is great because it's like a small task every day or a couple times per day that will eventually give you some crypto for trading. And again, then with some skill or luck, you basically can then withdraw your profits, or you just blow the bonus USDT that you received and you didn't lose any of your own money either. So it's kind of like something to gain, nothing to lose scenario. However, with the catch that eventually, at some point, StormGain might block your account either completely or just like in my case, just the mining section. Yeah, it happens. No reason to cry about it. It's simply smart business from them. If you have a user that over almost 2 years doesn't bring you any profit, but just takes money from you away, eventually you want to get rid of them. Yeah, if it's nice or fair, whatever, is a different question. But still, I'm not going to cry about it. For me, the StormGain mining is basically over. For you guys, it's still possible. Yeah. Now, as far as the trading goes, as said, StormGain has high fees. So depositing, I would not recommend to deposit. And this is also the point where I have to throw in, although it should be shown at the bottom of the screen, that as usual, whatever I'm sharing, it's not professional, or no, where was it? Not. Should know my disclaimer by now, yeah, but it's like, it's not professional advice. I'm just sharing my own opinion, so you guys get that, yeah. And whatever you do, like, you know, like do your own research and make your own decisions. Don't do something because I said you should do it. I'd never say what you should do. I'm just sharing what I would do, yeah. Now, as mentioned, StormGain has relatively high fees. When you lose, you lose. When you win, they still take a 10% fee from your profit. So it's kind of challenging to be long-term profitable unless you have a really good trading strategy. Now, in the current market conditions, that's a little bit harder because if we look here at ADA USDT, for example, the market is just going down. If we look at Bitcoin, that's now on the daily chart. Let's look at where can we find weekly? Should also be, but I hate windows sometimes. Let's say weekly. Is it now weekly? Yep, it's weekly. And logarithmic. And is there an auto matching? A toggle percentage? No. Okay, full screen also doesn't help. But yeah, with Bitcoin, basically the same thing on a weekly chart. If we look here, it's just going down, which makes it hard to catch an up wave when you could actually make a profit trading up. The sad thing here is, or the good thing here is, StormGain also offers you to short sell, which means you could sell Bitcoin and make profit on the way down. But the restriction there is for that you actually have to deposit. So it says here that I have to deposit 001. In fact, if I would want to trade 100 USDT, which I don't have in the account, and short sell it, it would actually require me to also deposit 100, yeah. So you could also do that. But again, like trading with margin or leverage is high risk. So chances are that if you get things wrong, especially if you also push up that leverage slider, again, a reminder, we can see it here. If I trade with 100 USDT, with the 5 times leverage, I'm actually trading with 500. And if you put up that leverage all the way, you see that with 100, you could actually trade with as much as 50,000. No, wait, it dropped back. So 50,000 USDT, which obviously is not a good idea because it's high risk. I mean, it could go really well and you could make a lot of money if you get lucky, but chances are it's more likely that you actually lose what you deposited and maybe more. Yeah. So it makes it it creates a kind of tough situation, as I said, because right now with the current way Bitcoin is moving, it's hard to make a profit on StormGain. And the second condition or the second issue is, as mentioned, when the Bitcoin price falls, I mean, earlier it was 34 USDT, now it's 33, which means the USDT equivalent that you get also becomes worth less. So what I personally would do if my account at StormGain wouldn't be partially banned is I would keep pressing the StormGain button 3 to 4 times per day. Again, if you don't have a StormGain account, there's a pinned chat message that has the link where you can sign up. And then every time I hit the 10 USDT, I would instantly withdraw it to the bonus balance, but I would not trade right now. I would just collect the bonus balance as long as possible. Although there I also have to mention that here and there StormGain has like events or deadlines where they announce, okay, in 3 weeks your bonus balance will be removed if you don't use it. And then you're forced to make trades, yeah. You always have a couple weeks time to find the right entry spot or a better entry spot, but on occasion they send out an email and say, okay, we're going to resetting the bonus balances in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And then you obviously should use them before they expire, and either you get lucky, make a profit, or you lose them, still better than them just taking it away. But as said, in the current market, I would just collect the bonus USDT, and every time you reach the 10 USDT minimum, just withdraw it so it doesn't get less, and you collect more, and then basically wait for the market to turn around a little bit. Now I'm going to switch to trading view. It's going to be a white screen, so don't get blinded. Yeah, I almost blinded myself. And here we're also looking at the Bitcoin US dollar chart right now from Coinbase, and I'm just going to switch that also to the, let's start with the monthly view here to give you a rough idea about where I think, it's not financial advice, how I think Bitcoin behaves or will behave in the next couple of months. Yeah. So as you might know, if you follow my Popular Investors trading channel, for example, I'm also a so-called popular investor, which means I have a public portfolio and trade publicly, and other people can copy that and whatnot on eToro. But yeah, not the topic of this thing here. But there I am actually using something called Elliott wave theory. And based on Elliott wave theory, I don't want to get too much into it, but we would have here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we would have wave 5 pattern. So that's what it looks like to me. I might be wrong with that assessment, but that's what it looks like. Or basically, it's actually probably more likely 1, 2. Could be A, B, C. No, more likely I said 1, 2, and then 3, and now we're in wave 4. And then basically from wave 4, we go up into wave 5. So which means we're expecting to go up. However, the catch here is, so based on Elliott wave theory, we also then can subdivide. So here we would have our wave 2 starting, which would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably not correct. So it's probably more likely that this part here is actually incorrect and that we're actually looking at it like this. So, whoop. Yeah, like not exactly like this. It's hard. I'm a little bit too far. I'm actually going to turn around and going to be closer to the screen. Sorry for any noise that causes on your end. And I hope you guys can still hear me properly. But yeah, so basically, it's probably something like this with wave 4 not even finished, turning out to be, actually, it would need to be an impulse wave. And an impulse wave, what's the high here? The high here is 13,868. And with that means we cannot go below that 30,688. And yeah, live analysis. Yeah, it's a little challenging to be fair, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm going to put a line here. So assuming that my analysis is correct from here, so 1, 2, 3. So this is wave 3 developing, and then the rest doesn't matter, which means we're right now in wave 3, which would then mean if this is 1, 2, 3, and we're right now in wave 4 on the way down, wave 4 could not go lower than the point that we have here at, let's take that line again, at 13,868. So that's the bottom that would be theoretically possible. And it could not reach that. So it could not touch that. It should stop, turn around somewhere before that. And if we add a Fibonacci retracement here, okay, there we don't get too much to see here. Wait, what? Do I already have a Fibonacci on the screen? Or let's put it somewhere and delete it. We already have a Fibonacci here. Let's get rid of that one. And put another one here. So So again, from the low here to our top here. Now I actually have to double check here. Here the high is at 64,899 and that here is 66,000. So actually that here goes here. That one here is even higher. Yeah, that's 69,000. Okay, so that here goes here. So there we go. And which means that point here for the Fibonacci also should go here. And the Fibonacci, that one is pretty much already worthless because we're covering too much of a range. Yeah, so basically we could try to confirm that because, for example, this part here would need to contain another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for that, I probably would need a weekly view and then zoom out a little. Obviously cannot zoom properly here, so I have to zoom manually. So basically here we would have 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 probably till here, 4, 5. So kind of works out not too bad. Switching back to the monthly chart and zooming in again. And yeah, so based on that, we could expect, or based on the rule of thumbs that are there with Elliott wave theory, the wave 4 often touches the top, which we already have, of a so-called base channel, which is connecting the starting point, which is wrong here. So let's redraw that real quick. This here is the starting point because it's the lowest. That's wave 2 and that's wave 1. And let's make that one a little thicker. So basically the idea behind that is that wave 4, so the downwards movement we're currently in, very often touches at least the top and sometimes the median, so the middle line here of the so-called base channel. So parallel line starting point, point 2 through point 1. And we already touched the top. We already through the top, which means we could go to the median. The second rule is because this is a third wave, so from the bigger movement, 1, 2, 3, yeah, that it has to be an impulse wave, which means it cannot, that point 4 here, while it can go like here, it cannot touch the point 1 that we had or go lower. It cannot. If it does that, it means that my analysis is wrong and I would have to start over again from the beginning. Yeah. So, and which means obviously right now that would give us, or in overall, it would give us a bottom at 13,860 something. So let's say 14,000, which means right now we're actually not that far from a theoretical bottom where then the market would turn around. Now, it doesn't mean that it will then shoot up. It could then also just move sideways a little bit, so but still go up and a little bit down without getting higher than what we were, where we were here. So we could go between the let's say $14,000 range and $70,000 range, a little bit sideways, but eventually we would go up. So that's based on Elliott wave theory. which means right now collecting the bonus USDT until we have a turnaround point would make sense. For that, we can also employ another, it's not a rule, but a kind of like a useful tool with Elliott wave theory. If we take the top of wave 3 plus another top here, and the bottom doesn't, actually we don't need that, we can just use a trend line for that. There, we don't need a channel. So just that top followed by another top here, and then go into the stupid settings and extend it on the right. And that would basically give us a channel. Once we break out from here, it's not guaranteed, but it's very likely that we are in the fourth wave, which means right now, while we're in this area here, I still expect it to more or less go down. I would not buy right now. Although my original prediction that we might fall to 12 or 10,000 that I made a while back is with that then right now invalid. And I would actually right now expect a turnaround anywhere above 13,800. Yeah, so that we don't reach that area. And personally, where would I start buying? I would start buying once we have broken through this line here. So once we go, doesn't matter. I mean, if we were to go up now in quotes, then obviously I would enter above 30,000. If it goes sideways and a little bit down further and we go here, then I would enter at 16,000. But wherever we break out here, that's the point where I would to start buying Bitcoin. And talking about StormGain, since that's the let's talk about today, that would be the point where I would then, for Bitcoin at least, start to use my bonus USDT if my account weren't banned, to basically buy Bitcoin with the 5 times leverage and enjoy hopefully making a couple $100 profit that I can then withdraw. Especially because based on Elliott wave theory, so based on Elliott wave theory, especially once we go out of here, wave 5 has to cover at least 70% of the gap to wave 3, but in the majority of cases it actually goes further. Yeah, so it's just, the rule is it has to recover at least 70%, but it goes further. So the point is, once we go out of those 16,000, Bitcoin, based on my analysis using Elliott wave theory, should at least, like not only double, but like, what's that, 4 times the value or so. So there's a lot of profit to be made. Now it will not just shoot up in one candle, but it will then look similar to, like, for example, here. So we would then have a 5th wave that could look similar. So first we go up a little bit, then we go sideways and down, up a little bit, down. Then we have another 3rd wave in our 5th wave. Yeah, so that's nested waves that go a little bit steeper. Then we again go down a little bit, and eventually then we go further and so on. Yeah. So I know that's a little complicated, but but basically that's what I would do. So I would currently just collect, and I think it's a great idea. Like StormGain is one of those apps. We have enough payout proof. I mean, I have my own payout proof on Discord. We have a bunch of community members that already shared their payout proof as well. It takes some skill or luck. It takes a lot of patience. But in the end, it's a way to get your free bonus balance that you can use for trading. And then if you time the market right, or you just get lucky, can actually turn into a decent payout of extra crypto that you didn't pay for. You didn't have to deposit. If you want to take some risks or so, or you already want to make money while the markets go down, then you would have to deposit something, but then expect that you will lose it. So, I mean, yes, if you're great at timing the market and when it will turn down, and if you are like, I don't know, have enough money, or you can hold back and get not tempted to use like multiple times leverages, but stay with the minimum of 5 times and so on, then maybe you might be profitable selling on the downwards movements, but more likely than not, you will actually end up losing your money. So if you want to sign up for StormGain, just sign up, use the free miner as long as you can, use the bonus USDT for trading whenever the markets are supposed, or when you think they will go up, and enjoy any withdrawal that you can make until eventually someday maybe StormGain also bans your account from the free mining. But even if that happens, if until then you made some money, it's great. If until then you lost all your bonus USDT, you also only lost a little bit of time, and you got to practice trading without risking your own capital. So, and unlike with using test accounts on other brokerages where you would not use your own capital, but if you're right, you also don't get anything. Here with StormGain, when you trade with the bonus USDT, if you're wrong, you just lose the free bonus. If you're right, you actually make a profit that you can withdraw. And blah, blah, blah. Let's switch back here to the talk show screen. Yeah, so button. Is it true that the football club Lazio of Italy has some connections with StormGain? I don't know which football club, but there is actually one that they are sponsoring in some way. Yeah, I mean, maybe there's even something, refer friend, affiliate program, weekly digest, invest ideas. And by the way, just in case it's not clear, but it should be clear, there's also obviously a lot of other things besides Bitcoin that you can trade on StormGain. And like you just would have, again, to time the market right. For me personally, I focus on Bitcoin when it's about crypto market analysis. But yeah, let's check StormGain Soccer Club. StormGain. Yeah, is it loading? Okay, there we have it. So back to the screen sharing, and here back to the message. StormGain concludes sponsorship with NUFC, proud to have played with the stars. So they ended the sponsorship with something. StormGain bids a fond farewell to our friends at Newcastle United Football Club as our sponsorship of the Magpies comes to an end. That was in August 2020. Okay, let's see what else Google has to offer for StormGain. Lives Newcastle, answer time, Italian soccer club goes crypto with StormGain September. So apparently they replaced the one team with the other, yeah. So although it's hard to say if they're still active, but yeah. So another major soccer club is entering cryptocurrency, blah blah blah. Signed a multi-year deal with the crypto platform StormGain, yeah. So yep, there you go. So crypto sponsorship or soccer sponsorship is also there, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, StormGain is kind of, I don't know, like on one hand it's frustrating because you would have to deposit to actually benefit and also sell the markets. But with leverage, it's just unnecessary risk, to be honest. And on the other hand, it's great because with a little bit of luck and, doing your things right, you actually end up being able to withdraw 50, 100, 200, a couple $100. Depends on the market, depends on how patient you are, depends on how good or lucky you get with your market entries and exits. So a lot of factors in there, but as long as you don't deposit, you also don't have anything to lose. And it gives you, in my opinion, it's like a decent opportunity to start playing around with trading without actually risking something of your own. And yeah, so it's a pity, to be honest, that especially considering how great StormGain, in my opinion, is, that today's attendance for the live is a little bit meh. Yeah, like probably one of the lowest ones that we've had so far recently. But yeah, I hope this video, once the live is published as a video, helps few other people to better or make a better choice about if they should use StormGain, how it works, if it's worth the effort or not. As said, personally, if my account would not be partially banned, I would still use it. But yeah, because it's partially banned, I don't use it anymore. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if there are no questions about StormGain, then I probably will finish my daily mining tasks real quick. White screen. So here with Pi Network and B Network and Star Network and Alpha Network and I don't know what else is on my list today. And then, call it a day. So last chance to ask questions and then we call it a day. Thanks for those of you that actually tuned in. So really appreciate it. And and everyone also that watched the live later, also much appreciated. Today my English is really suffering. And yeah, don't forget, on Thursday we have another gaming stream. We continue Batman: The Dark Knight on the Xbox. I didn't play much. I did a little bit, like half an hour on the weekend, that I made progress on the main story. But yeah, so there's still a lot to do ahead. So I said that's going to be in 2 days from now on Thursday. So if you're curious and just want to chat a little bit and have some small talk and see me fail in Batman on the Xbox, then stop by. And other than that, see you in one of my other videos or in another live stream. And yeah, till then, somewhere's the stop button.